What's going on, everybody? Today's going to be a different style of video, and I'm going to try out different styles and see what people like more. But in this video, I want to cover some support play and do a guide particular to the roles. And after this, I'm going to follow it up with probably DPS and then tank being third. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let the gameplay roll, and I want you guys to pay attention and see what you can sniff out yourself. And then after this, I want to go ahead and do a commentary in the replay and break things down. And so that way you guys can check and see if like you had that awareness or if you understood what happened or why I did what I did and stuff like that. And I think this is a really good gameplay video for support. I rarely get to play support ever, so I wanted to definitely hop on the opportunity to use this as a VOD. But this is a pretty average game. I make some mistakes, which is good for this kind of video, so I can like show you guys what those mistakes are. And then I do a lot of like really good things too, so I can also point those out as well. So pretty balanced game. But I'm gonna shut up, let you guys watch, and you can skip to the time marker if you want to just get to the breakdown.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Enemy in front of us.
The fullest powers of hell.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying. Good medicine. You're welcome.
Why would I need healing? Whoever they are, they don't look friendly. Let me help.
Good medicine. Your powers are mine! Feel the wrath of the goddess! Feel the wrath of the goddess! Your powers are mine!
I am ready to put on a show!
Hell unleashed! Again!
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. Better stop that vehicle.
Hey, Petey! Enjoy the electric fire!
Powering in. Look out behind you. Better stop that vehicle. There's still a chance to stop them.
Your powers are mine!
I am ready to put on a show. Only 60 seconds left.
Assemble! Again! You're welcome. Someone scratch my back.
Down to 30 seconds.
Hey, Petey! Enjoy the electric fire!
I am healing. The final 10 seconds.
Your powers are mine!
I am ready to put on a show. Keep fighting until you have a winner.
I'll patch you up. I am unleashed the Shanti's power. That's what I need. Again! I'm just dying.
The current score is 0-1. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Life energy is my eternal guide and the source of my powers. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You can't have my new arm, Rocket.
I'll make it with your while, Bucky. Go on, name your price.
One raccoon skin hat.
Yikes. I mean, technically I ain't a raccoon, but something tells me I shouldn't push my luck.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Doom is a powerful magic adept. I expect we will face each other.
An opportunity for combat. Labels will put me through. Those were your best
We are undefeatable! Final score, 2-1. Another epic victory!
Alrighty, thanks for watching that. For those who did, if you didn't, that's fine. Some people just want to get to the analysis. But the reason why I want to do that in the beginning first is because it's kind of like how when we were in school, like elementary school, learning division, right? We could be told how something works, but at the end of the day, we may not really get it or be able to apply it ourselves until we practice ourselves, right? So I kind of want to make this style of video an ongoing thing. And what my hope is that it will allow people to kind of track their progress, right? Because as time goes on and as I do more of these, my hope is that when you're watching the footage first before you get to the analysis, once you get to the analysis, you'll be like, yep, I knew that. I saw that. Yep, I copped that, right? And you'll say that more and more, and that's how you know that you're growing as a player when it comes to your game sense and understanding in this game. So let's go ahead and break this down. Let's see what you guys caught beforehand and let's see what you didn't. And, take from that what you will, and whatever you missed, make sure you study that, apply it, try to incorporate it into your next games,
You have to stop them.
So let's go ahead and let's skip ahead a little bit here. So you see the first thing I do as the team is coming by, I immediately grab high ground. And you notice I'm positioned where I can see my entire team. Hela is top right? And so right there, you see I'm scanning because she was the only person I couldn't see. So as support, you need to do quick scans just like that to make sure that you know where everyone is at all times. And what that does is that when someone pings that they're low, I want to show this again. You see, I check, making sure like, oh, is my Hela there? Is there a flanker? Okay, my Hela's up there. I'm making sure I know where everyone is. So if she's ever low and she's pinging, I don't have to waste a second or two trying to find where she is. I already know where she's located, right? And then everyone else is already on my screen. I broke line of sight for a second to get back up top, and I try to come down to save Bucky. The rocket there was up on the cube. So he wasn't really paying attention to the fact that Bucky was low. I think he was trying to come down there, like floating instead of just dropping. But it's fine. He gets res, the beacon above. I go ahead and give him a damage boost there. Really good target to damage boost. And you see where I'm standing, right? I'm not up here in the choke. I'm sitting here on the point. I'm behind most of my teams. I'm even behind my DPSs, right? Not just the tanks. And behind the payload, which is extra cover. Making sure I position safely. If I get low, I can just cut behind. See, I get shot, I cut behind the payload immediately, right? And right here, I see that the storm kind of comes around the corner there and starts taking pot shots at the Hela, which is something that any good or aware storm is going to do because that's going to be the biggest threat to storm in a team comp like this. So I make sure that I empower her, heal her up, and damage boost her so we can deter her. Strange, and notice that Strange also pivots over there as well. I don't want you guys to only pay attention to what I'm doing. I mean, I'll be pointing all that stuff out anyways, but between downtime where nothing in particular is really happening, I want you guys to pay attention to the positioning of my team as well, because they might be doing bad positioning or good positioning that you could learn from. And so this Strange, he knew how to tank. Notice he's not just like sitting in the same little choke there, the same spot. A lot of tanks have this thing where it's like, I'm the tank, I'm supposed to sit here, hold up my shield. Like, no, as the tank, you're supposed to pivot. You're supposed to pivot where the pressure is and try to alleviate that pressure off your team. And notice they start going back here behind this column, I presume to try to delete Penny Nest and also probably get Penny because she's low. So I also rotate, heal her up, give her a damage boost, and the Strange rotates over there with her as well. So you see how we're not stagnant, we're not moving. We're moving in relation to where the enemy team is moving. And notice me as the support, I am moving with them. Notice over here, you know, I was behind the payload and Strange when we were over on the left side there. And then when he comes over to the right, I'm still behind him. And I'm helping them apply pressure in those areas. And then we go back to mid, and I go back to mid. See? Strange and Penny kind of over to the right there. I'm taking high ground because the team is backed up. And you see, I can see my whole team. Rocket's right there to the left. Bucky's right there. Hella, Strange, Penny. Cool. Everyone is on my screen. I know where everyone is. There's not going to be, you know, low health that I'm not going to be able to see. And I'm also, you notice I'm positioned here when I got shot. I cut to the left to get behind this cover here. And I just go ahead and break line of sight completely, get off that high ground because they were paying attention to me. They have a Bucky. Excuse me, not a Bucky. They have a Hella and a Storm, so I can just get bursted if I get like headshot by the Hella and like, you know, 1 or 2 shots from the Storm. So I just back down, you know, to get safe behind my team. And you notice here, my ult's at 99. I get it. Pop it for the ult. And actually do 2 tornadoes here because the Loki copied the Storm. He didn't stagger it though, so we were able to survive this because my overhealth was able to protect us during the second tornado too. So I come out here because we're in good standing. We have some picks. Everyone is healed up except the Penny. I wasn't able to see her when I came out of that arcade, and it looks like the let me see, free camera here. It looks like the Rocket. Okay, so yeah, so the problem there, he was trying to heal Penny, but that healing orb didn't get to her fast enough because it was healing him. And when his orbs are healing people, it slows down. So it wasn't able to get to her. But he kind of tries, but just too late. And like I said, I didn't see her when I came down. So that was just a really unfortunate death. But yeah, we have picks here. So you see that I'm getting aggressive and DPSing now. And that's because, you know, excuse me. We have the picks, we have the numbers, we have the advantage. I'm not going to die. I don't overextend trying to find that invisible Loki. You know, that's not my job as the Mantis. And notice my DPSs don't spend that much time either trying to like find him. We eventually just rotate back to the front because the rest of the team is coming back. You know what I mean? Really good example of not tunnel visioning and not being too thirsty to get the kill, because that can honestly get your team killed. Imagine if the Strange was holding down the front by himself, but then the rest of us was running around trying to find an invisible Loki, right? Then the enemy team would just push on the Strange and he'd be dead. Clear the Loki clones here. So as support, let's talk about destructibles. Not destructibles, but like deployables in the environment. So what are deployables, for those who may be new? That would be things like Moon Knight Ankh, Loki clones, Namor Octopi, things like that. You want to clear those depending on which support you are. Mantis is good for clearing because she does really good headshot damage. She has good range and a good fire rate too. Just good damage for support, right? Like I always joke that, oh no, it's okay, I'll go DPS and I'll just like go Mantis, right? I like to call Mantis a DPS. That could also heal. So, and for me, that is part of my job as Mantis to clear that. If you are, say, Dagger, I would say no, because Dagger doesn't really do a lot of damage to where Dagger can quickly burst down deployables, you know? So just depends on the healer. I would say Adam Warlock's another good one that should be doing it. Rocket should be mostly focused on healing. And here's my first major mistake. So what did I do wrong there, right? I don't know if any of you guys caught it watching the raw footage on its own. But the problem here is that I run over here to this entrance to try to get out of the way. But there's a window right here. But because I figured, oh, I'm a support, he's probably looking at me. I was just thinking of, I want to move like to the side somewhere, you know, to try to like throw off his aim, but obviously not the right decision there. As a support, you want to be positioned where you have easy, quick places you can escape to. And I was positioned there, but I wasn't being mindful of the resource I had back here being this window. It's good that I was in the back, behind my team, behind the payload, but you see that I took a longer way to save myself when I could have hopped back here and likely survived. So that's the first like big mistake that I made for sure. Just a good example of being aware of what's behind you. Make sure as support, your shoulder is is hugging a corner. There's, you know, a room to escape to right behind you, and keep that space in the back of your mind. Right here is also important. Notice I don't go into the left, right? Because I just saw one of us die, being the Bucky. I know my team is currently in a team fight, so remember, I can't see this in game. I can only see the walls here right now because we're in a replay. But I don't know exactly where they are, but I know my team is fighting, so there's a high chance that they're going to be on here, over here on the left side. So I take more time to come over here to the right, so that way I don't get caught out and I don't feed, right? A lot of supports make the mistake of when they're coming back, they always, you know, like 9 times out of 10, they default to going through this hallway here, and I'll watch them do it, and they'll just die because the enemy team, you know, if it's in the middle of a team fight, chances are the enemy team is already there, and your team is going to be kind of pushed back against that window is where I died, right? So I make sure that I express some caution, especially because I just died, you know, and I just go the long way to just make sure that I'm alive. And luckily, you know, we're fine. I knew the rocket was there, so I was trusting him to sustain while I take my extra 3-4 seconds, right? It's not that massive. It can matter in like an overtime desperate situation, but you know, I just take an extra 3-4 seconds to get there just to make sure I don't die coming in. And you see right here, this is the farthest I have been forward. And why is this the farthest I've been forward? Notice, because my team is forward. I have a shield tank and a DPS in front of me. The enemy team is backing up. So I push up with them, but notice I'm not like up their ass. I'm still in a position where I could be safe and quickly, you know, get behind here and back to the point. When your front line moves and your team moves, you keep your relative position to them, but you move with them. I don't want to be like all the way back here when my Strange and Hela are up there, because my right click range isn't even going to reach them right there. You see what I mean? So I'm making sure that I move up with them in a position where I'm still safe and I'm able to support them at the same time, and I don't overextend. And notice I back up, right? Hela backs up. They don't overextend. They don't get thirsty. They don't go around their corner where their team can't support them. They come up here and they apply pressure, but notice that they stay right here, right? No one's diving in, going deep, trying to be a hero, right? And then notice my positioning again, behind my team, right? Take very important note. Like, I know Penny's right there. Where's Rocket? Yeah, Rocket's right there. Notice I can see my entire team. Where's Hela? Is she a bird right now or something, or a crow? Did she die? Oh, there she is. Yeah. I can see my entire team. See? So this is the first time I pop ult, and notice, you know, this whole time I didn't like, oh, we have momentum, pop my ult. As support, that is the worst thing you can do, right? Your team already has the advantage and you pop ult. There's no reason to do that. And especially if you're doing that on support, you are throwing. I wait to use my ult when it is needed, and the time to use that is now. And notice also, because of my positioning, because I have such a wide view and I could generally see where realistically the enemy team could be coming from, I see the Psylocke dashing in, which I think is actually the Loki copying the Psylocke, yeah. And I already know, okay, Psylocke dashing in, it's gonna be an ult. And I have my ult, I'm ready for it. Only use your ult when it is necessary. So Luna does hers afterwards. So this is my kind of second mistake. So remember what I was saying about how Mantis is really good at clearing deployables? She's also really good at dealing with Hela ult outside of using Mantis ult, right? And that's because, well, Hela's stationary, Mantis can damage boost herself, and she can get free headshots. So my initial thought here is like, oh, well, I'm going to start taking pot shots because, you know, I have a Strange. I wasn't paying full attention here though, because my Strange was over here, right? And then Hela ults, and I'm not, and see, my Strange can't quite get there in time. You'll notice that I realize this, and I try to escape, but it's kind of too late at that point. She gets a shot on me, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, you know, see? Like, I see that Strange isn't gonna quite make it in time. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta get out of here. But it's too late, and I die. So make sure you're paying attention to where your tanks are, because even me not paying attention for like 1.5 seconds caused me to die there. Right? That wasn't necessarily the Strange's fault. The Stranger's fault. He was over there to deter the Psylocke and all that. That was more so on me not checking to see where my Strange was first before deciding to attack there. Now, this is a good example of what I was just saying earlier about going through the left side. I know that like we're down 2 people. I think both the DPSs are dead. And I'm trying to get back to point to try to help my team. So I take the faster route. And I'm hoping that my team is close enough to where they can support me. But, you know, Penny's running over to the left. Strange is kind of over here to the right. I don't know where the rocket is. I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm caught out, see? And that's a perfect example of what I mean by going through that left door. Because I got Luna here. I got a Loki clone here that could have easily been Loki. And then Magneto is here. Like, right? There's angles that the enemy team has on me by me coming out this left side. If I came through this right side, right? I'm in cover because I'm in a room. And then Strange is also right there. I could have just came around here, easily healed him. I mean, I can heal him here too. But as you can see, I'm healing him here completely out in the open, and I'm vulnerable. So, you know, what do you think is logically going to happen here? I'm going to die. You know? So that's what I mean about going through that left side there, see? Bucky tries to go through the left side. He gets dove. Captain America's trying to beat his ass. I think he survives here because Cap's not trying to overextend. Yeah. But you see what I mean about, like, choosing proper positioning, good decision making when it comes to, and not just support, but especially support, because you need to stay alive as long as possible. You need to be the most careful because your team relies on you in order to sustain and survive.
Much better.
So right here, you know, this is just kind of like the poke game. They got the point. It's kind of like the pre-phase before we really start fighting. Magneto tries to initiate with his ult, looking for me again. That time, since he killed me the first time, I figured he's probably going to be looking at me the second time, right? So I make sure that I just, you know, hug that corner there, get around the corner. I'm safe. I'm making sure, notice I keep looking top right to see where my Penny is. Trying to reach her because she's low. Note, and Penny didn't say like, I'm low. I actually told Penny like, hey, you're low, I can't see you, right? As a support, you need to be looking and checking where your team is at all times. Now, this is going to be an interesting interaction here that I'm going to, that you guys really need to pay attention to. My heals aren't enough to save Strange there, so that was just kind of like a waste. But I don't do it again with this Penny. So you see Penny comes up on my screen, and I see that she's kind of like walking backwards, and she's shooting at someone. I heal her, and guys, this is huge as support. When you see your teammates shooting at someone that you can't see on screen, make sure you turn to see who the hell they're shooting at, right? Because I don't see that the Bucky is there. I see that my Penny is backpedaling and she's attacking someone off screen. So I quickly throw my heals on her and I check to see who they're shooting at, right? Wherever the trail line is with their bullets, their gun, whatever, follow that and see who they're fighting. Now, right here, he kills the Penny. You would think, oh, Shoke, why didn't you heal that Penny? So here's the thing, right? Let's break this down. I put heals on her right there, and then I see that it's the Bucky, all right? Penny is probably at like, what, 100 health? Maybe, possibly? And Mantis's healing is more like healing over time. So because I recognize that this was Bucky, and Bucky does a lot of burst damage, instead of trying to waste time throwing my pedal on her, I try to help her go ahead and kill the Bucky. Sometimes, and this goes for any role, sometimes you need to determine, you know, whether or not it's time to use offense as the best defense. And this was definitely the right call. Unfortunately, I just didn't do the damage, and neither did she, to kill him in time. You see we missed shots there, and he gets her. So me healing her wouldn't have actually saved her there, specifically because I'm Mantis, right? If I was Invisible Woman, I could right click there and boom, she's easily saved, at least from Bucky. The rest of the team would have cleaned us up for sure though, but just want to explain why. Like, that wasn't me like not focusing on the Penny, not realizing that she needed more heals. That was me realizing, oh, I need to clear this threat off of her right now, right? This death is just kind of one of those hero shooter deaths, you know. I come out of spawn, someone runs up and ults on me, you know.
Your powers are mine.
Yeah, no, I don't have ult. Okay, okay. So I'll make sure I wasn't missing anything. I have ult after I die. So I respawn. Just read her movement. Whenever a character goes invisible, just shoot in the general direction you last saw them drifting or running towards. I mean, and this is where Cap starts kind of diving the backline here. And with divers like these, especially like Venom and Cap that don't really burst you down on their own, you really just want to do enough damage to deter them from staying back there. Your objective as support isn't to kill them. So you see right here, this is a big mistake that supports make. They think that when someone is on them, oh, it's time for me to fight them. I have to kill them. No, 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 no. Just do enough to get them off of you. And then once they're off and away, ignore him, right? He's running away. So like, why would I chase him? Right? Why would me and the Rocket chase him here? He's running away. That means he's not engaging. So he's running away, and you see I immediately turn back to my team. And notice I take that quick look back. Right there, right? Tracking to see if he's coming back in. And I see he's coming back in. Do some damage to him. And you notice in the middle of this, I just threw the heals on the Strange. And you see I'm also still checking to see if any of that enemy team is coming here on the left side. Because I see my Magneto on the right. I'm right behind my Strange. And I see a lot of red right here. So I kind of flick my camera over there to make sure no one is pushing us from that side to see if I need to back up more. I don't really need to back up because this Cap is on me. Cap can't kill two healers that are supporting each other. He straight up can't, right? So I'm not in danger of dying here. So a lot of people be like, but Shoke, there was a Cap on me. It's like, okay, and he's not going to kill you. You still have plenty of time to look at your front line and make sure people are okay. And you see heals. And I go back to shooting him, put heals on Rocket just in case. You need to be able to keep looking back and forth really quick. You see, it doesn't take that much time at all. So I'm sitting here shooting the Captain America, yes, but notice the entire time I'm still checking to see where the enemy team is. I hear Magneto's ult. I see he's not looking at me. You notice that? And then I stop looking at him, right? I hear Fear Magneto. I'm making sure I know where he is. Make sure he's not looking at me. See right here? I'm like, oh wait, where is he? Where is he? Oh, okay, he's right there. He's not facing me. He's looking at the Bucky. Okay, throw some heals. You see how I'm multitasking? I'm tracking the enemy. I'm healing my team. And I'm shooting the person diving me at the same time. These are all things a support can do. I understand, yeah, Spider-Man gets in your ass and all that, but like, honestly, the problem is that a lot of y'all kind of suck at multitasking, and you got to learn to track everything at the same time. That is part of playing a hero shooter, but especially a part of playing support in a hero shooter. You see how I'm doing a nice balance of damage and support. He's hitting my rockets. I go ahead and throw some heals on him, you see? And I'm still offering offense at the same time. This is what you need to be doing. And notice my positioning. You see my 2 DPSs, my 2 tanks are in front of me. Notice I'm not all the way up there with them. That one time I'm behind the Strange is because the Strange was kind of backed up, but no one was pushing us, so I just kind of stayed behind the shield, especially because that Magneto ult was going off, right? So I pop ult here, so there's no need for me to focus on healing. So I do some damage. I hit the Psylocke ult. This is another big thing that supports need to track and keep in mind. Guys, when you ult with Mantis, Luna, and notice that every ult I've used so far has been in response to another ult, right? I'm never just popping my ult for no reason. I'm never popping the ult when we're already winning a team fight. But more importantly, I'm tracking the time I have on my ult. So when you ult with like Luna, Invisible Woman, Mantis, there's this bar here. It's a timer. It'll tell you. You see as it goes down to 1 second, and because, you know, Psylocke's coming in, I back up because I only have 1 second left. I probably could have died there, so I probably didn't back up soon enough, honestly. But I was bailed out by my Magneto, so good looks on him. Right here, I see that my team is like, I see healthy blue health bars, right? Because it's healthy blue health bars, I just kind of focus on DPSing, see? So as a support, there's this idea that new support players have that, oh, I'm a support, so I just need to focus on healing. No. Damage is also supporting, right? You also need to be helping cleaning up kills, securing kills. And a lot of people be like, well, Choke, I'm struggling. I don't know when I'm supposed to be attacking, how much supposed to be healing versus, you know, how much supposed to be attacking. This is a good example. I go on the full attack when we have the advantage, right? There's multiple people dead. All the blue health bars are good. I have no reason to worry about healing right now. Everyone's fine. We have the advantage. The enemy team's going to be focused on running away, right? So full on offense there. Help them clean it up. That's what you need to do as support. Sometimes when you're like, oh my God, how is this person still alive? A lot of the times, if you go back and look at footage, it's because the supports are healing people that are already at 95% health, instead of switching to offense mode and helping the team just go ahead and clean up those kills. You should be contributing to damage as a support as well. Just make sure you're doing it at the right times. Don't be trying to focus on damage if there's a bunch of people low, there's a bunch of ults coming in, you know, stuff like that. Do it when you have the advantage, your team is already in a healthy state. So here we go on offense, and I definitely play a lot better on offense here. A common mistake a lot of Mantises do is that they'll start damage boosting now, but damage boost only lasts 6 seconds, y'all. By the time you get to the choke, it'll be gone. So I wait till I get to the choke. And I know Bucky, you see there, I empower Bucky with the damage boost because I figure he's going to go for a pull, which any good Bucky should from around the corner there. You use the corner to safely start your pull, and then you peek, snatch, right? We get Magneto with powered up Bucky, and we focus him together. Notice, see, I'm a support. We're generally healthy. We have somebody in here. Maybe if me and the Rocket's contributing too, you can see him shooting his primary rather than his secondary. That's what you need to be doing as supports. You have to know when to switch off from like, okay, I'm just in aware killbot mode, and okay, this is when we need to go ahead and secure a kill mode. Because that's a massive advantage. We just picked their shield tank. And this right here, pay attention to this especially. Again, a lot of supports is like, sorry, dude, there's a Captain America in my back. What was I supposed to do? Again, target prioritization. This character is not going to be able to kill you, right? Not on his own. I take some pot shots at him and I ignore him. You see, me and the Rocket just go forward. Now you see our Magneto is low. Imagine if me and the Rocket, for one, ran back, because that's another thing a lot of supports do. When they get dove, they back up. But I don't want to back up if I'm getting dove. I want to get closer to my team, because if I'm closer to my team with someone in the back line, I'm in a position where I could be better easily supported, right? So I just take a couple shots and we go forward, and I see the Magneto is low and we bail the Magneto out, right? We didn't run behind the corner and panic. I feel like a lot of people panic. Don't do that. I am begging you guys, do not run away from your team when you're getting dove, because again, a lot of you guys will complain about it, but did you make it as easy as possible for your team to support you? You'll cut around multiple corners and be like, someone get this Spider-Man off me. But why did you run around multiple corners? Run towards your team if you're getting dove. Again, all the blue health bars in a healthy state, go ahead and help burn down that Captain America real fast. We have the numbers, you know, go on full offense. No one needs heals right now. Recognize the situations where it's time to switch the gears as support. Another thing, this is not like huge like in this moment, but a huge fundamental thing that a lot of lower level supports don't get. Notice I'm not just sitting here doing nothing, like still on the payload, right? I see that my team is moving forward because they're trying to get like some stagger kills. We have the point cap. There's a, Rockets back there. So I push up with my team to try to assist them, see if we can get a pick here. Right? And we can, we don't really overextend. You see, I don't get greedy. I stay relatively safe. Notice I'm moving. I'm staying mobile. I'm going from high ground to low ground, taking different angles. But overall, I'm still positioned to where, boom, I drop down. I'm behind my tank. I'm behind the two DPSs. Notice, regardless of where I am, unless it's in a brawl and we're trying to clean people up, we have the advantage. Like, I'm pretty much behind my team. You see that? Like, I'm getting aggressive, but I'm getting aggressive still in a careful and intelligent way. I'm not trying to swing out too much. I'm not like, right, like my team is right here. Like, I'm protected if I take a lot of damage. And we're not going around the corner because we know that the payload is right here. That rocket is assisting because he was the one to finish capturing the point. So we're making sure that we're maintaining line of sight of the rocket as well. Actually, not sure why the Magneto wasn't pushed up with the Strange and the 2 DPSs here, but it's all good. See, so like right here, like these are instances where you can get aggressive. You know, the team's backing up, your team's getting picks. I notice eventually that there's, you know, some octopi up here, and this is another thing I want you guys to really pay attention to. I notice, oh shit, okay, there's a Namor 1v1ing my Bucky. He has a ice octopi up. If you see a 1v1 situation, turn it into a 2v1. You will, assuming you're both halfway competent, you will always win the numbers game. And you see how Bucky took that damage? Like, imagine if I assumed, oh, Bucky's got it. He's got that. But like, look at where his health was, and then Namor was still full health and with the octopi still out. He could have easily lost this. But I pushed in, and the tanks through too is really funny. And we just go ahead and clean up this kill. So that could have easily been a situation where our Bucky died and now we're down a DPS while we're trying to push. And then we have to worry in the back of our minds that, hey, there's still a Namor behind us that has a flank and he does a lot of damage, right? But now we don't have to worry about that because I saw that one of my teammates was 1v1ing and I responded and turned it into a 2v1 and eventually became a 4v1. That Captain America just got pieced the hell up. Don't know why he did that, honestly. That was kind of nasty. I want to replay that. That was 3 headshots in a row right here. Headshot, sleep, headshot, headshot. Deleted. All right, so right here is the example of what I'm talking about. This time, I know where my Strange is because we're all lumped up. I know he has time to block it this time. So I go ahead and I start doing what I said that Mantis is good at doing with Hela, right? He's in front of her, I burst her down. This is huge. Because notice, I also have ult. I have ult right here. But notice I didn't panic and just habitually hit Q just because I hear an offensive ult. I know my Strange is there. I want to use my ult for when I absolutely need to. I know my Strange is here. My Magneto is also right here with us. You see, like I can also go behind his shield if Strange wasn't in position. But I check the situation first. Is it a bad idea to pop ult if you hear Hela ult? No, not necessarily. But even in situations where it's recommended that you ult, you need to learn and practice recognizing the situation first and seeing if it's necessary. Is your team actually in danger to dying to this ult? No? Okay. So you get to hold it. The ult gets dealt with and you guys use no ults to deal with an ult. And now I have my ult for this fight or the next fight if there was one, but this is the last one. So I just go ahead and pop it, you know, give my team the speed boost so we can go ahead and, you know, clean these boys up. I'll focus on the Cap now because, you know, he's trying to stall the point again. My team is healthy. You see, we're all full HP. We even have a little bit of over health, you know, here and there. So full offense mode. There's no reason for me to be focused on healing. Don't wait for a health bar to go down and then start healing. Like if your team is good and there's people around to realistically shoot, then as support, go ahead and do it. Right?
Final score, 2.
And see how close they were? Maybe, I'm not saying this would have for sure happened, but with Mantis speed boosting in, you know, they were relatively close. Maybe if we didn't burst down that Captain America fast enough, he could have stalled for a few more seconds for that Mantis and Magneto to actually touch and get there. You see what I'm saying? But because as a support, I understood when it was time to kick into offensive mode, we're able to burn them down fast enough to where they are no longer able to get to that point in time. And we just get the dub. We don't have to prolong this game or anything like that, right?
Victory.
And that's the game. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope there was a lot of helpful information here, things that you could take away. And like I said before, I definitely will do DPS next. I'll probably try to get that done this weekend, and I'll try to get tank up probably around like Monday, maybe Sunday night. We'll see. But that's it for this video, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all later.